Hi. When I was Baker acted, it's got my name, my number 125, blah 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 blah. They gave me this bracelet, goes on your hand like this, right? I cut it off when I got home. This was the first time I went in there. They gave me this at the hospital jail. What else can I tell you? If you're gonna get Baker acted and you know, like, your spouse says the police is coming, all right then. What you can do then is put on like 5 pairs of underwear, all right? Because what happens over there, they do laundry, but they don't return the clothes to you. They say, no, that goes to the community pile. And that's weird. I don't know. Maybe for some people they do return the clothes. For others they don't. So at least you'll have 5 days of clean underwear. They do make you take off your clothes, take off your underwear and do a squat. Make sure you don't have anything in your rectum. That's it. Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk about my talents, Daniel's talents. I wrote this in February 2009. I have 10 things. 1. God works miracles through me. Hey, that's almost like the one I came up with the other day that says, God creates through me. God creates through me. God created the world, right? Who else did it? Then God created humans, and I'm one of them. So he wants me to do something, and apparently he wants me to teach my son things, because that's the biggest desire I have. I want to teach my daughter things. However, my son is easy to get along with, whereas the daughter, she doesn't want to listen or talk to me, so I just stay in here. Everything's going to change very soon, though. Alright. Money changes everything. And money, and now that I have my own room, for the time being, and I'm learning carpentry, all of these things will enable me to make my dreams come true. Coming soon is a little boat. This might be about 5 months away, because this way I have enough time. I don't want to be rushed. And then we'll go swimming with it. I mean, rowing the boat. Probably like a canoe, though, so that, yeah, I always like looking where I'm going, not rowing a boat where you row the boat and then you're going behind. Alright. 2. Rapid cycling. Thanks to Tony Robbins, I can control my emotions quickly. Now, rapid cycling, in my definition, is when you're angry. Like I came in here the other day because the spouse gave me a yelling. Ah, my goodness. All I did was ask her one question, and she started yelling. This morning for breakfast, well, maybe it was me. I said something. My mom was having breakfast with us, which was unusual. I told her that she's grouchy in the mornings, right? Which she is. But we had tamales made by Doña Blanca, so that was very nice. So anyway, I said something, and then the spouse started yelling again. I told her I'm going to have to walk around with earmuffs or little plugs. She's something else. Now, rapid cycling means that you're angry and then you go take a shower, you go swimming, you go masturbate, you go do something. You go build a doghouse, you go cut wood, you go do something, and you cycle away from your anger. And I do that, which is a skill. However, for bipolar people, it means that they go into depression where they're knocked out like this. for what, 5 months out of the year, and then for some reason they call that rapid cycling. It should be slow cycling the way I look at it. And if you're going to be depressed for 5 months, and then they get very happy and they go do things, they go jumping, they go running, they go shopping, they go wide awake, and then they go back to this. So they cycle 3 or 4 times a year, and they call that rapid cycling. But to me, rapid cycling is when you're angry and then you go eat cashews, which are on sale right now, okay? This is what the breakfast conversation was about. Alright, so I love being at home with my family, by the way. I really do. That's one of the reasons I got to figure out a way to earn the money while being here at home. Alright, number 3, I'm a great persuader. I'm a great manipulator. To me, they're the same. However, how do I manipulate or persuade people? Well, I ate one tamale this morning in front of my mother in her room. Then, because she didn't want to get up. Then, I said, aren't you going to come and eat a tamale with us over here in the breakfast area, in the living room? That's where we had the kitchen table anyway, the dining table. So she said, no. And she said, don't cook it. Don't warm it up in the microwave. I said, well, I'll serve you and I'll leave it here on the table. Sure enough, my mother came to eat tamale, you know. I mean, who can resist? I persuaded her to get up, go eat the tamale, and then she had a pear, which she peeled off the thing, and they said it was mushy, but she said that was mushy because the spouse didn't put it in the fridge. And so I don't eat fruits after I eat a heavy meal like a tamale, which was rice, chicken, olives. What else did it have in there? Oh, and it's got a padding. Is it flour? Flour tamale? I don't know. It's got some sort of thing around it. So I persuaded my mother to come over here. I wanted to buy some things, so I asked for a loan from my daughter, $100, but she didn't have that. Then I said 90, and she said she didn't have that. So then I said, how much do you have? How much are you short? She said she had 60. Well, but then the spouse didn't want to take me shopping this morning. She said, I got to go to work early. And I'm like, okay. So they both took off with, I didn't get the cash. Oh well. I want to buy something. I already have a list. I forgot what it was right now, but anyway. Cashews is on the top of the list now. Alright, what do I like about Daniel? He studies the Bible. You know that St. Ignatius Loyola wrote his autobiography? And he was wounded, and he was reading about all these saints. And then he said, well, I want to be like one of them. And that's how he became a godly man. Extra godly man. They name you a saint. So when he wrote his autobiography, he wrote it in the third person. Like, he doesn't say the word, I like to eat cashews. I like to run. I like to go canoeing. He says, he likes to go canoeing. He likes to eat tamales. That's how he refers to himself, in the third person. So I wrote this, and I'm reading it to you, but I really like reading it in the third person. Like number 5 says, teaching vocabulary to kids. These are Daniel's talents. So I will put 2 colons up there, and then that's how I do it. Teaching vocabulary to kids. I want them to get the root words, the Greek or the Latin group, like micro would be something that means small. I don't know if it's Latin or Greek, but they need to learn these things. The daughter says she wants to be a doctor, so she needs to learn that. 6, being organized. Oh yes, thank you God for making me an organized person. 7, studies books to be a better parent. Yes, I read Dr. Popkin's book. It's right here actually in this box. Where is it? Maybe it's in the other box. Yeah, I see it on top of the table. It started raining today, so I moved my table because I don't know if you can see. There is something like a water leak over there. Oh well, I don't know if you can see it, but number 8, he knows the value of time. Definitely. Even before I got thrown in that jail, I knew the value of time. Like once once the spouse had the $100,000 7 or 8 years ago, I said, I don't have to work again. I know what to do with this cash. I've been planning it all my life, and finally my boat came in. But if you marry a person from an immigrant, right, like yourself, and you're both from the same country, it's amazing. She said, I didn't come here to go back. And I'm like, ah. I mean, she likes Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, all of those things, the mall. I'm like, even the other day, she said, you live like if you were in the country. Well, yes. I saw my grandpa one time peeing in front of his coconut tree, and that makes me happy, He had a 2-seater sofa, which I never saw him sitting on it. It was a cold thing. It was hard too, it was leather. And that was the visitor sofa, a 2-seater. He had a tiny house, no air conditioning, no electricity. He had electricity from the car battery. He could run his radio and a light and TV. He told me he predicts he was the first man in Honduras to have a black and white TV, because he spoke with a captain of a ship, and the captain said that was a TV, and he says you can see people in it. And Grandpa went, really? And so he ordered one, and that's how he. Then he couldn't watch anything, and they told him he had to build an antenna for it. So he was a happy person living in the boondocks. He would catch a show from Mexico, and then someone once said that they saw him on TV, and he said, really? That was unusual because, it wasn't, because he was into politics with the president. And they asked him, where are you going to sit, Salvador? And he said, next to the president. And so he did. He was a person that was not shy. He was a go-getter. Para mí, lo mejor. For me, only the best, or the best. For everybody else, only the best. Para los demás, lo mejor. Alright, some people would say he was a narcissist. But to me, he was a dandy, a sharp dresser, dressed very well. And nowadays, he was a protector, a soldier, no smile. Alright. And by the way, if you smile in the United States, be careful. That's how the bad guys pick you. Oh, I'm going to go ask money from this guy. That's what a guy told me. He says, you know why they're walking up to you all the time? I said, why? Because you have a smile on your face. He's right. He says, it's a soft target. You got to be a hard target. No smile. When you're driving, eyes forward. Don't look at the guy on the right. If he gets off his car, drive off, All right. What else? Number 9. He knows what the kids should study. Definitely carpentry. Praise 10. Praise to God for everything He needs. Yeah, I'm always praying. And I'm grateful that I'm going to get these things. The only thing is, I mean, it was really annoying to be in jail for 7.5 days, and then the spouse tells me it was 5 days the second time. Especially since the second time was because 2 people were lying. You know, 2 witnesses against me. One of them didn't even read what was on the paperwork. The other one wrote it. And the other one is my mother. She knows what to say to the police and all that. Take me away. Oh well, why do you live with these people, Daniel? It's because I don't have money skills, guys. I'm talking about big money skills, all right? Not chump change. I heard today or yesterday that the minimum wage is $7.79 an hour. Please, to me, the minimum wage should be like $100 an hour, all right? If you're making less than $100 an hour, you're not really earning enough money. You need to earn $100 an hour. I would live in a shed even if I made $100 an hour, and I would have several garages full of air conditioning. You know, one would be a kitchen, one would be a carpentry shop, one would be where I keep the airplane, the other one where I keep the boat, the other one where I keep the submarine. You know, why not? Enjoy your life. Be better than I am. Take care.